But yeah, I got super sidetracked today because there's a Rapture coming apparently, and it's coming in September. So like in a couple weeks from now, apparently Jesus is coming down. So I don't know. Do your thing. Do what you got to do. I get sucked into like a 5-hour rabbit hole of all of that today. What's up, cowboy? I thought it was just a random little thing. I got like a notification on my YouTube sub saying like, hey, check this video out. And I'm like, the fuck is this? So I checked it out. And it was this girl saying like, hey, there's we all know what's happening. Everybody get ready. Girl was glowing and she was like so happy. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? What's going on? And then I read like the comments and stuff. It's like, we all know what's happening. September 23rd, September 24th. He's coming back. I'm like, isn't the rapture a bad thing? Doesn't the rapture mean like we're fucked? I think it means we're fucked. Like, I don't think Jesus is going to come back and be like super cozy with everybody. He's going to be like, all right, I've been gone for a couple thousand years. You guys have been up to some fucking malarkey out here. Anyway, so I went into like a 5-hour thing of that, testing the math and all that stuff. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. I don't know if Jesus is going to come back, but maybe, you know, be right with him, I guess. You know, get right with Jesus. That's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about Sabrina Carpenter. She's got a brand new album. It dropped just today. I'm very excited to check it out. It's called Man's Best Friend. The album comes with a touch of controversy. You know, when we got the album title that came out at first, we were like, everyone's like, what is this stuff? You're setting women back 50 years here. People were all over her shit as if like they never knew her style or her personality or her, I guess just some of her humor before. It's got to be tongue in cheek. I've already gone over all this. I'm not going to make a big stink out of it, but I was a little surprised as to how much shit she got into over the album cover. And since then, multiple celebrities have come out and they've said, hey, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. You know, it's going to be what's going to be, you know? So I don't know. The rapture's not happening. I don't know, man. I don't know. The rapture might happen. A lot of people are thinking the rapture's going to happen. And it sucked 5 hours of my life out today. I looked up from my laptop and I'm like, you should probably do something today besides wonder if the rapture's coming. Let's get into it. Let's check this album out. Let's not get into any more of it. I'm sorry, dancing kid. You're going to have to stop for now. So on the Spotify playlist, we don't have the lyrics just yet of the album or whatever. And I normally do the Spotify playlist thing. Not do that today. There's a whole YouTube playlist of Man's Best Friend. We're going to check it out right now. The album dropped, what, right at midnight? So not even 24 hours. All right. First one here is Manchild. And this is a song I've heard and I actually love it. Probably don't need closed captions.
Oh boy.
You said your phone was broken, just forgot to charge it. Whole outfit you're wearing, God, I hope it's ironic. Did you just say you're finished? Didn't know we started. It's all just so familiar, baby. What do you call it? Stupid. Or is it slow? Maybe it's useless.
Nobody does a video like Sabrina.
Sure to work for it. I know. Manchild, why you always come running to me? Fuck my life. Won't you let an innocent woman be? Never heard of self-care. Half your brain just ain't there. Manchild, why you always come running, taking all my loving from me? Why so sexy, you so dumb, and how survive the earth so long? If I know
That's my favorite line.
it won't get done, I choose to blame your mom. Manchild, why you always come running to me? Fuck my life. Won't you let an innocent woman be? Never heard of self-care.
Oh,
Half your brain just ain't there.
nope, definitely not. I know the blame your mom line is awesome. First off, that jet ski motorcycle is like, without even being sarcastic at all, the coolest thing I've ever seen. I would 100% rock a jet ski motorcycle. Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
My boys playing hard to get, and I like my men all incompetent, and I swear they choose me. I'm not choosing them. Amen. Amen. Oh, I like my boys playing hard to get, and I like my men all incompetent, and I swear they choose me. I'm not choosing them. Amen. Why you always come running on me? Fuck my life. Won't you let an innocent woman be? And I like my men all
It's a good jam. It's a solid song. All right, so this is how the album starts off. This is our first introductory to whatever Man's Best Friend is going to be. This was our first hint. I didn't know it was going to be the opening track, but it's definitely setting the stage for, I guess, what we can expect moving forward as far as subject matter, maybe sound direction, maybe structure or whatever. And if we take any advice or any, clues off of what we can expect from this first video, like it's going to be, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be a pop country kind of quirky little thing. But I mean, I'm not making any wild or hot take predictions here. I mean, we all fucking know it's Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter, as far as like any of like the girly groups that I've discovered over the last year, the Olivias, the Billies, the list of the Abrams, like there's been a handful of them outside of like Taylor Swift that I found. Sabrina's always been one of my favorites. I don't know. There's something about her. I like her sarcastic nature. I like the production on all of the music and everything. Speaking of the production, the music as well, I think we got a Jack Antonoff as the producer on this one. And if a lot of you guys are bummed out that Jack's not going to be working with Taylor on her upcoming album, and you're going to be missing that sound or whatever, at least we have Jack on this one. Not saying that he does, similar stuff with Sabrina that he does with Taylor, because they're wildly different soundscapes. But if you miss that kind of, I don't know, flair that he has, you'll probably find it on this album. You love her sarcasm? Yeah. Great little song here. I love this one. I haven't heard it too much on the radio, maybe like once or twice since I've seen this music video. I don't believe I actually have this music video reaction, my first one, on YouTube. I believe it's on Patreon. I'm really bad at posting stuff to YouTube, guys. I like start doing it and then I'm like, nah, I just don't want to. But one day I'll become a YouTuber again. I'll start posting more videos. But it is out there in the world if people do want to see it. Let's just let this playlist play out here, and let's see what we move on to next. Or Bleachers. Yeah, there you go. But nobody does a music video quite like Sabrina. Oh, shit, we get another music video. Okay, I didn't realize we had another music video right off the back. This one's called Tears. Okay, we're going to be in for a wild ride here. And is this a continuation of a music video? Are we continuing here? I mean, we have like that, kind of 70s, 80s aesthetic already. We're starting off with the jump scare here, and Sabrina is just in a pile. What the fuck? Nobody does a music video like Sabrina. All right. The other day I was doing a stream and somebody, they made me react to a country artist, which is whatever. It's fine. Not my favorite thing in the world. But I'm like, the goddamn budget on these country artists' music videos has got to be nothing. It's just some dude sitting on a bench or walking through a town. They don't do anything in country music videos. They just like, they're in a truck, they're on a bench, they're walking down a dirt road. That's fucking it. It cost less than $20 to make a country music video. But Sabrina doesn't do that. It's a full-on movie. All right, I gotta take this back. Oh boy, here we go. All of our videos are connected? There's some lore here? Okay. spooky. I'm spooked. Don't go in there. Tears. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is totally like an 80s, 90s horror flick here. She's peeping. All right.
I get wet at the thought of you. Being a responsible guy. Treating me like you're supposed to do. Tears run down my thighs. A little
Oh my God.
initiative can go a very long, long way. Baby, just do the dishes. I'll give you what you want. A little communication, yes, that's my ideal foreplay. Assemble a chair from IKEA. I'm like, I get wet at the thought of you.
There's so much happening. There's so much going on. Oh my God. Should I put the subtitles on? I think we can hear her loud as day, but I mean, it's just joke after joke after joke. Oh my God. All the guy's going to do is do the dishes. That's all we have to do. Just show a little bit of care. All right. This song is not the melodramatic thing that I thought it was going to be. Well, let's bring it back here a little bit. This guy looks familiar. I'm assuming he's some kind of celebrity or something. I don't know. I don't know celebrities.
Communication, yes, that's my ideal foreplay. Assemble a chair from IKEA. I'm like, I
Come on. If you can assemble anything from IKEA, it's sexy. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. All right. I have failed multiple times. It sucks when that happens too. Because then you're just like stuck with a pile of wood. One of those stupid little wrenches they give you. And then you're like, what? I got to throw this away. And you're like, it's the ultimate walk of shame is throwing away IKEA furniture that you could not put together.
get wet at the thought of you. Being a responsible guy. Treating me like you're supposed to do.
I can see Rocky Horror. Okay.
A little respect for women can get you very, very far. Remembering how to use your phone gets me oh so hot. Considering I have feelings, I'm like, why am I close to one? Offering to do anything, I'm like, oh my God. I get wet at the thought of you. Being a responsible guy. Treating me like you're supposed to do. Tears run down my thighs.
My God.
I get wet at the thought of you. Being a responsible guy. Treating me like you're supposed to do. Tears run down my thighs. Dance break. So responsible.
Baby! I'm so glad you're okay.
Wait. No,
I've been looking everywhere for you.
you died earlier, I thought.
Babe, what are you talking about?
No, it's a thing. Someone has to die every video.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Why are you being weird right now?
We'll always remember you, though.
The fuck?
He was a nice one, too.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
We have to give the people what they want.
Oh my God. That is tears. Nobody does a music video like Sabrina. The production value is just insane. This is what I'm talking about. All right. We're not setting women back 50 years here. And I see the correlation between Rocky Horror Picture Show, as you guys were mentioning in chat. It's got a disco type of vibe to it. It's not like a rock disco or anything, but I could see it. But yeah, nobody does a music video like her. A little bit shocking. I thought tears, we were going to kind of get all up in our emotions, maybe look inward, talk about a distressing situation or something. And I guess it is a distressing situation. But it's not what I thought it was. I thought this would be like an emotional bomb of sorts. And in reality, she's just a little thirsty. All right. She's just a little bit thirsty. But what she's saying isn't unreasonable. Like, this is the whole reason I've survived as a man this far in relationships with women, is like, the fact of the matter is like, yeah, men, we can be pretty disgusting sometimes. Not all the time, but it's just like, we've got caveman brain. All right. It is what it is. We're not good on the phone. We do stupid shit. It's a statistical fact that women will live longer because we just do stupid shit and put ourselves in dangerous situations sometimes. This is just a given. But if you just give like women just a little bit of leeway, if you're just like somewhat respectable towards them, like if you just like call them back, if you're just like kind of nice to them, don't treat them like they're less than you, don't belittle them, like you can pretty much get away with anything, because I mean, all men are kind of like this, it's just the difference is like some people treat women with respect and then some people just don't. And if you don't, then it's like, oh, okay, you're just thrown in the entire asshole pool. But in reality, yeah, we are man-childs. Like, it doesn't matter how old you get. Like, I'm looking forward to playing video games after this stream. I'm looking forward to watching some TV after this. And like, I don't know. But I don't think this is going to be the album that sets women back 50 years. I think if anything, it's going to be a personal attack on me. All right? Am I going to react to more Gaga music soon? Yeah, actually I am. I got something in the works right now. I love her for that ending. It's funny. It's just funny, dude. All right. I like it. A little more upbeat, I suppose. Let's let this thing play out and let's continue. A little bit more sexually driven than I thought I was going to be.
Bullshit repeats itself. Is that how the saying goes? Been here 1,000 times. Selective memory. I hear it in his eyes. He sees it in my tone. Is what it is, and it's predictable. All the I love yous and I'm sorry's what I said. We had our sex and then we made amends. That's right, called it a false alarm to all of our friends. Then we almost broke up again last night. We almost got so close. When I reach to pull the plug, I swear he starts working out. And on the days I'm a little much, that's when I tell him how sweet he treats me and how no other boys compete. I know how it looks, I know how it sounds. At least we'll give him
Oh, it's not in order? God damn it.
talk about. All the I love yous and I'm sorry's what I said. We had our sex and then we made amends. That's right, called it a false alarm to all of our friends. Then we almost broke up again last night.
Okay. We almost broke up again last night. The official lyric video here. All right, so she's obviously circling around in some sort of a toxic situation. If they keep breaking up and getting back together, like, I don't know, that's got to be kind of fucked up. I mean, every relationship I was in that was like that always just eventually ended when we finally just had enough of each other. But Reckless is saying she's been doing this for 19 years, so I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're okay with that. But yeah, I definitely sympathize with like calling the false alarm to all your friends. You know, that's always awkward as shit. You know, when you're like, I'm finally sick of her shit. I've had enough. And they're like, finally, you got out of that. She's a fucking stupid bitch anyway. Or they like do something to pat me up. And then like 2 days later, I'm back with her. And there's this awkward thing between my friends. Ugh, that's why if someone says they break up with somebody, it's always a safe bet. Just like, don't say anything bad about their partner, you know, because you just don't know. They might get back together again. And then it's a whole fucking thing. I made that mistake. Well, with mine, if it was through marriage, well, that's whatever. I mean, we all have these moments where you think you get to the end of it and you're just going to be like, I'm hitting my breaking point. And sometimes you just need some time to cool off. I mean, I think we've all been there. But let's talk about the song itself. I think it's fairly relatable. We've all been in this situation to one degree or another, whether we actually pull the trigger, you know, actually break ties and do whatever. That's kind of up to our, you know, to the situation. But I think it's at least relatable. Sound design and everything, I think it's beautiful. It's very musical-esque, and I gotta think that Jack has his hand again in her like vocal processing. Like Sabrina on her own, she stands as a fantastic vocalist. She can hold her own. Like, she doesn't need a shit ton of effects or anything like that. But on all of her produced albums, on her full-length albums, like, there's so much layering and there's so much like harmonizing with herself that like it's this heavenly wall of sound. It's hard to describe, but there's nobody else that quite sounds like Sabrina when she does it. And yeah, it's gorgeous. It really is. All right. We almost broke up again. And apparently the list here might be out of order. It's just a YouTube playlist. I'm just playing it as it appears here because I can't do the Spotify thing yet. So that's kind of a bummer. Hopefully this isn't like a concept album where it's all supposed to be one cohesive story. We're going to be jumbling around a little bit. There's a playlist that's I'm on her channel right now. This is legitimately her YouTube channel. I got this YouTube playlist here and I'm just kind of playing them all out, you know? So here we go. Was it My Man on Willpower? God damn, I'm going to be attacked again. 100% I'm going to be attacked again.
He always initiates calling and touching. It feels like just yesterday he wanted all four of my personalities. Now I don't recognize this stranger danger. There in my bed at night, wide-eyed, pondering what life without me be like. Can I return it? Get back the version I like. This one's bullshit, baby.
Oh my God.
He used to be literally obsessed with me. I'm suddenly the least sought after girl in the land. Oh, my man on his willpower. Something I don't something I don't understand. He's busy, he's working, he doesn't have time for me. My slutty pajamas, not tempted in the least. What in the fuck?
Hold the fuck on. No way I heard that right.
Something I don't understand. He's busy, he's working, he doesn't have time for me. My slutty pajamas.
Okay, all right. Was that the word? Was that the word too? Okay, all right. Reckless, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Pajamas, everybody.
He's working, he doesn't have time for me. My slutty pajamas, not
Whoa. Loved it. My man on Willpower. Lyrically, yeah, it's fucking hilarious. We'll get to that in a second. But sonically, this is awesome. I love a pitch bend that feels like it's kind of disintegrating. The cinematics are beautiful. God, jeez. I should have warmed up talking before I did this. I've been sitting in silence for like 8 hours before I get on the microphone. Ow now, brown cow. Anyway, yeah, wow. Cinematically, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I love all that. The lyrics, yeah, I think it's a little tongue-in-cheek, and let's just talk about the subject matter here, you know? I mean, these things happen, you know? If this guy's, like, working all the time and, like, getting caught up in other stuff, if the relationship's been going on for a while, like, sometimes people miss signals, all right? Sometimes men can be a little dense. Sometimes we need things to be, like, in the forefront, you know? And, like... We need obvious signals sometimes, you know, because sometimes we just don't know. You know, we just assumed you've had a long day too, you know. We've assumed you've been busy and you're decompressing and like we're just watching TV or something. But sometimes just like throwing on a pair of like pajamas that you consider slutty, like we might not think anything of that. But maybe it's been a while and I don't know. Sounds like there's this situation that they're in. If this is in order, which I believe it's not, is like, they keep breaking up, making up, and like because they had sex, they made back up, and now she's like, I used to be sought after, and now I'm not sought after. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why aren't I the apple of your eye anymore? But like, I think men just need like the strong signals, you know, just strong signals, and it's super fucking easy. It's super easy. Literally, walk out of the room naked. That's all you fucking need to do. Then we'll know. And none of this like after a shower thing or whatever. Just that's all you need to do. No special clothes. None of that stuff. Like that's what men need. That's what we need, right? And then we'll be like, oh, okay, game fucking on. Sugar talking.
Put your love in where your mouth is. Your sugar talking isn't working tonight. Put your love in where your mouth is. Yeah, your paragraphs mean shit to me. Get your sorry ass to mine. Saying that you miss me. What are you on a prize? You're having these epiphanies. Big word for a real small mind. And aren't you tired of saying all or nothing? You tell me that you want me. But baby, if you need me, put your love in where your mouth is. Your sugar talking isn't working tonight. Say you're a big change man, I doubt it. Yeah, your paragraphs mean shit to me. Get your sorry ass to mine.
Oh, I see.
You filled my whole apartment with flowers that die. The first to open up your wallet, but the last one to flag a heart only breaks so many times. Save your money and stop making me cry. You tell me that you want me, but baby, if you need me,
Loving the tones.
put your love in where your mouth is. Your sugar talking isn't working tonight.
Okay, honestly, out of everything I've heard so far, this is possibly my favorite. If I had to, I don't know, Manchild's awesome. The Tears music video. I'll just say I really like this one so far. Sonically, it goes in a little bit of a different direction, and on top of that, we get some more isolated vocals from Sabrina. And I love that layering, that wall of sound that she does with Jack and the production on that, making that angelic thing come at you. I think it's awesome. It's very unique and hypnotizing to a degree. But I like tracks like this that kind of really just highlight her isolated vocals. And I think this track did a great job of doing that. And I think you kind of need that with the subject matter of this song. I know this is kind of going, we're not quite in order of tracks here. I'm literally just going off of Sabrina Carpenter's playlist. All right, so probably not the best thing to say, but blame Sabrina, not me, for the track list here. But I'm assuming we're in the midst of a breakup album here. If I have any indication as to the subject matter of what she's been saying so far, albeit in kind of a humorous way, but this is the first track so far that we've gotten that I feel like has some earnest honesty to it. I feel like this is something I think she's really trying to resonate with people in a way, saying, hey, this is something that's actually going on and something that's actually real here. And it is something that happens a lot in relationships, especially if their communication is broken down, you know, if it's revolved around just texting, you know, like those paragraphs she says, or just like sugar talking in a way that means nothing. She wants real conviction. She wants real substance out of him. She wants real emotion out of him. And I don't think that she's getting it. And I think that's what this is alluding to, is that we're moving towards a breakup album because, hey, him not wanting to get down and frisky one night, that can be something that's overlooked. But like, if that breakdown of communication happens, if it's getting to that point where it's like she doesn't feel appreciated on pretty much any level up to this, like, I don't know, I'm smelling doomsday here, and it's not looking good. But through and through, Sugar Talking, beautiful track. I absolutely love this one. This is a highlight so far. But I think we're only, 5 tracks in? Sugar Talking is the 4th, so we are kind of in order. Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, I'm calling a breakup album right now. What's next? Nobody's Son.
Hi, I hope you're great. I think it's time we took a break so I can grow emotionally. That's what he said to me.
Oh, he broke up with her. Okay.
Here we go again, crying in bed. What a familiar feeling. All my friends in love, and I'm the one they call for a third wheel. And probably should have guessed he's like the rest, so fun and so deceiving. There's nobody's son, not anyone left for me to believe in.
All right, that's cute.
No, yeah, I'm good. Just thought that he eventually would cave in, reach out, but no, siree. He discovered self-control. This week. Here we go again, crying in
Okay, that was different. Yeah, that one's not my favorite, but it's definitely catchy. I mean, all of Sabrina's music is essentially just a giant earworm anyway. Why do I have the feeling that like this relationship is going down and Sabrina just like sat down and had a conversation with this dude's mother? And that's why she's blaming her now. I feel like there's more to this. There's more of a dig than I think there is. It's really growing on you right now. Well, that's what I think. I think a lot of her music is just a giant earworm. But yeah, she's obviously having trouble with some kind of guy. So far, everything's been pretty good. That's probably one of my least favorite, but it's really not even that bad either. It's catchy for sure, you know? If I heard this on the radio, I wouldn't change the channel, but... This next one is called Never Getting Laid. So like part of me like wants to like part of me like feels bad. Like she's in this situation that's not very healthy. She's in this what feels like kind of like a toxic relationship. They keep breaking up, making up again. They have sex or they're using sex as some sort of like control mechanism. He's emotionally not there for her. She's seeing all the red flags and everything. And then she'll come back and like, so you feel bad about that. But then she's got like these funny quirks and quips and like song titles like this where you're like, am I being punked right now? Like, what is happening? Like, it's serious the concepts and like the real life ramifications are serious. But at the same time, it's like, there's an angle to all of this. It's like, I think she might just be fucking with me. It's very retro too, but that's to be expected. Like a lot of her music like invokes a lot of retro sounds and everything. I can't quite put my finger on it. It almost sounds like kind of like European soft rock, if that makes any sense. Oh, the modular synths too? All right.
We were so happy, why not mix it up? I'm so at peace, yeah, I can't drink enough. No way to know just who you're thinking of. I just wish you didn't have a mind. Like a flip, like a switch, that could wander and drift to a neighboring bitch. When just the other night you said you need me, what gives? How did it come to this? Boy, I know where you live. Baby, I'm not angry, love you just the same. I just hope you get agoraphobia someday, and all your days are sunny from your window pane. Wish you a lifetime full of happiness and a forever of never getting laid. I think the schedule could be very nice, very nice. Call up the boys and crack a Miller Lite. Watch the fight. Us girls are fun but stressful, am I right? Am I right? And you got a right hand anyway. And only yesterday was when we called it quits. I was so confident till the thought of it hit. That any given night you could be using your lips on a girl with big tits. Oh, I know where you live. Baby, I'm not angry, love you just the same. I just hope you get agoraphobia someday, and all your days are sunny from your window pane. I wish you a lifetime full of happiness and a forever of never getting laid.
Fuck. Oh my God.
Forever of never getting laid. At the end of the rainbow, I hope you find a good whole lot of nothing, 'cause you're still inside.
Very Disney, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's gorgeous, it's lush, it's cinematic in all those degrees. But it's like, it feels like old school Hollywood meets some sort of like European soft rock mix. It's definitely different. I'm surprised it's not as country forward as I was expecting, especially since what we heard from Manchild. But it's definitely been a little bit different. Hey, what's up? Why not? Oh, are families involved in Scientology or something? Or they're connected to it? Yeah, but Scientology is a hell of a drug, man. Like, you get sucked into that shit, and like, I mean, I'm sure you've seen the documentaries and everything, and like, you can't blame her family for being in it and like being stuck in it because like, you don't want to be a suppressive person. Quick story. So when I first started getting involved in music, the music teacher that I had, the guy who ran a studio, was a filthy fucking rich dude. His family owned a string of supermarkets here in and around Boston. He came from a lot of money, and it was all inherited to him. He built a studio, and he let me learn, mixing boards and learn mastering techniques and learn recording techniques and everything. And I'm very, very grateful for this guy. He was a fantastic influence in my life, but he was a massive Scientologist, and I didn't know what that was. You know, I was pretty young at the time, and I was pushing, I was just kind of working in the studio, and he used to be a teacher at Berkeley as well. So he was a smart musical guy. He just didn't want to work anymore. And he was on a lot of coke too, so maybe that's why. But like, he kept trying to get me involved in Scientology and would give me books and stuff to read. And like, I kind of played along a little bit because I'm like, I really want to stay at this studio and keep learning from this guy and keep, practicing my craft and have all this free time to see how this, it runs from a recording booth. So I kind of went along with it. So I've actually read up on a lot of Scientology myself, and studied it. And I'll tell you straight up, it's fucking whack. I knew it was whack as a teenager. I'm like, what is this bullshit? You go in a volcano? I thought it was the most crazy thing in the world. And I'm like a sci-fi nut anyway. I love aliens. I love all that shit. Like, it's only a matter of time before they come back. I mean, even all this Rapture shit I was looking into today. I'm like, well, we do have this comet coming back. Is the comet somehow connected to Jesus? So I get wrapped up in these theories all the time anyway. Not necessarily that I believe them, but I'm just saying, like, I could see how people could fall down that trap. Scientology is an absolute ugly, disgusting trap, and it is essentially a cult, and it ruins people's lives. I want to make that absolutely clear. But for people that are trapped and they're in that life, if they're in that, like, that way of life, like, it's hard to get out, and it's hard to even break your mindset from something that, like, you believed for decades, that, like, maybe your family's been in for decades. Like I honestly just feel for those people. It's just they're trapped. They don't have anywhere to go. IRS can't even fuck with them. You feel bad for them. You just got to feel bad for them. And I mean, as long as they're not preaching whatever on me, like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't really follow religion. I don't know much about any of that stuff. But as long as someone's saying, like, hey, you need to do this or you're gonna, like, burn in hell. As long as you're not saying that to me, then, like, whatever, go worship who you want to worship. If you want to worship a volcano god, fucking have fun, Have fun. Just don't drag me into the volcano with you. Anyway, that song was pretty good.
So long, untouched, bone dry, not a plant can grow. About time.
Oh, this sounds like? This sounds like Alanis Morissette.
So long, untouched, bone dry, not a plant can grow. About time I get back on my horse to the rodeo. Now I'm at the Prospect Convention. My friends walk in your friend's direction. Said, Sabrina, don't you know Devin? And I was like, huh. When did you get hot? All of a sudden I could look you up and down all day. When did you get hot? I think I would remember if you had a that face. I did a double take, triple take. Take me to naked twist up back at your place. Baby, baby, a second in the pot.
This is gonna be the third single right here.
Congratulations on your new improvements. I bet your light rod's like bigger than Zeus's. Hey, wait, can you lift my car with your hand? You were an ugly kid, but you're a sexy man. Sorry, I did not see the vision. Thank you, Lord, the fine you has risen. Big riff coming, I need a minute. Wait, I need a minute. Okay, here it comes. at your face. Baby, baby, let's take another
Good point, why not?
flight. When did you get When did you get, when did you get, when did you get, when did you get so high? When did you get, when did you get, when did you get, when did you get so high? When did you get, when did you get?
Oh no, it's a fade out. Very 90s. Oh, and just disintegrates though. Okay, well that's clever at least. My guess is that this is going to be the third single, and I agree with you there. If she leaned into this route, if she like, you know, continued with this like late 90s, early 2000 R&B style, like this record would be massive. But I got to say, like, I appreciate the direction that she's going in. You know, I like this experimental nature of, I don't even know how to describe the genre. It's a cinematic European soft rock thing going on. But I mean, it's lush and it's beautiful and it's retro and works really well with her voice. And I'm glad that she's experimenting, but stuff like this would fucking sell. And it's a funny song too. When did you get hot? The Ugly Duckling Syndrome, huh? I don't know. This is the bop here. My vote. This is going to be the third single. Her aunt is Nancy Cartwright, the voice of Bart Simpson. Wait. Sabrina Carpenter's aunt is the voice of Bart Simpson? What the fuck? All right. R&B, my beloved, I wish you would go further in this direction. I agree. Not that it's bad, or not that I think it's you know, whatever in any kind of way. I just feel like, you know, this year's Grammys, there's going to be a lot of heavy contenders, and I don't know. I feel like Manchild is probably the catchiest one so far. Tears is funny, and I do appreciate the structure and the sound design and the layering on her vocals and everything, but I don't know. This is going to be a tough sell. All right, let's continue.
Love when happy hour comes at
This is called GoGo Juice.
10 a.m. o'clock on a Tuesday. Guess a broken heart doesn't care that I just woke up.
Hold on a second. Grammys are run by MAGA idiots. She will not win, but cheering for her. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like the Grammys or any of that stuff anyway. I've never really followed it or whatever, but it is a big deal in the circle of performers and everything, and it is something that launches your career regardless, you know? So, I mean, I understand it, I suppose, but like it's just like Morgan Wallen is a guy who is like protesting the Grammys. Like, and there's been a couple of them that have been coming up saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm not doing the Grammys thing. But I mean, we got to admit that the Grammys definitely help you in your career and all that. And it is, I suppose, a status symbol, and it is a goal for a lot of these people. But I mean, even if I was still involved with music projects, like the Grammys would not be an end all for me. I wouldn't really give a shit. It just feels like everybody is going country because it's a trend, and I'm kind of sick of it, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like country's kind of going pop, you know, in that like put in a little bit of slide on the guitar, or you know, a touch of violin or fiddle or something. Like you throw that in the mix for like 2 seconds, and then that becomes popular. And we've been seeing a lot of that for a while. But I think a lot of that is due to artists like Sabrina, even with a touch of Chapel as well, like just adding kind of like that Midwestern country Southern draw flair. And I feel like that's having an impact, you know, because all these artists do is they follow the trends, whether they want to or not. It's their labels, their A&R people, their handlers are saying, this is what's trending. We think it's because of this. Do this. You know what I mean? So I feel like country has never been more pop than it is right now anyway.
Love when happy hour comes at 10 a.m. o'clock on a Tuesday. Guess a broken heart doesn't care that I just woke up. Got a soft spot for a bev and a boy that's fruity, can't lie, whole week's been tough. No party invitations, not going to the club. I'm just drinking to call someone. Ain't nobody safe when I'm a little bit drunk. Could be John or Larry, gosh, who's to say? Or the one that rhymes with villain if I'm feeling that way. Oh, I'm just drinking to call someone. A girl who knows her liquor is a girl who's been dumped. Sipping on my GoGo Juice, I can't be blamed. Some good old fashioned can't be blamed. Some good old-fashioned fun sure knows the
Here's that country flair.
How'd you feel? What's up?
We're descending.
It's me. How's it cold? Do you mean still love? Should we hook up? Bites me. How's it cold? Do you mean still?
Tempo change.
Just drinking to call someone. Ain't nobody safe when I'm a little bit drunk. Could be John or Larry, gosh, who's to say? You're the one that rhymes a villain if I'm feeling that way. Oh, I'm just drinking to call someone. A girl who knows her liquor is a girl who's been
New Madonna.
sipping on my GoGo Juice. I can't be blamed. Some good old-fashioned fun sure knows the pain.
I like that one. I think it's fun. I like the gang vocals. I like the slow down and speed up. The tempo switch there is cool. We're leaning more into that country aesthetic, I suppose. We get like more of an accent. We get the fiddle and all that stuff and the banjo. And yeah, I don't like country music either. I saw a comment about that, but I like Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I don't know much about country at all. It's just never really been my thing. Mostly that slide guitar just kind of annoys me. Whenever I hear that, I'm like, God damn it. Why does every country song need that slide guitar? It doesn't really add anything to the song. It's just reminding you, by the way, this is a country song. If you watch the music video, you're going to see some dude walking down a dirt road. He's going to be sitting down, and the video is going to cost $20 to make. That's all it tells me. That's all that fucking slide guitar tells me. I don't know. You think she's the new Madonna? I don't know about that. The new Madonna, I think we already have a new Madonna. It's Lady Gaga. We already have one. Hands down, it's Lady Gaga. I mean, it's her. Yeah, that's my vote. Sabrina Carpenter is something completely different. People are saying John for Sean, Larry for Barry, and Villain for Dylan O'Brien. Are those other celebrities? The only one that reminds me of Madonna is House Tour. Have we gotten to that one yet? Let's check it out. I like that one, though. She's been dumped. She's down in her luck, and she's drinking, and yeah. Sometimes it's emotionally impactful. Sometimes it's just silly fun, but I mean, wrapped up with, I guess, some devastating things that happened to her. Don't worry, I'll make you worry.
You think that I'm gonna fuck with your head? Well, you're absolutely right. Your perfect timing couldn't be worse. Actually, it's impressive how you don't
Okay, we get our first true self-reflective track on this album, Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry, where she finally turns, looks in the reflection herself and figures out, like, I can be a problem as well. I can be, just as equal in this failing relationship as you can. Obviously, there's some things that you're doing that I don't enjoy or like or appreciate, but also, I do things that can be manipulative, and I do things that can be toxic as well. And sometimes people just get in that stupid loop, of the loop of hurt, of hurting each other, of even if it's just something as small as pushing each other's buttons, and it just, you up the ante, and then like 1 second you're pushing the buttons, the next second you're saying something hurtful, 1 second you're just not calling them back right away, and you're just like, I don't know, it's just something as humans we do to people sometimes, but you gotta, like, if you're gonna make a relationship last, and I'm all like expert on relationships, like I've like like I'm not I've failed at a lot of relationships, and a lot of them, probably all of them, have been my fault, honestly. If I look back on things, like, even if I like, if I take a real hard look inward, like, I feel like a lot of it is my fault, and things that I just could not recognize because I couldn't get over my own ego, or I couldn't, I don't know, get past a certain situation or whatever. But what I'm trying to get at is, like, if you truly want something to work, if you're like, no, fuck it, this works or nothing works, like, you got to really take a long, hard look inward and write things like what Sabrina's saying here, and recognize that you also have some toxic traits as well. Even if you think you're Mr. Perfect or Mrs. Perfect or whatever, and what the other person doing is completely egregious and you don't understand it at all, and it makes no sense to you whatsoever, at the end of the day, like, does it matter? Does it fucking matter? Because if you're with the person that you're like, that's my person, no matter what, like, I'm going to defend you. Like, if you can go into a store, you can rob it and start shooting people, and I'm just going to have to run in and start doing the same thing with you because you're my person. That's what's happening. Thick or high, like hell or high water, like, it's, I got your back, Then if that's the kind of person you're talking about, if that's the kind of love that you want to have, if that's the kind of person you want to be with, then, like, you have to look inward. And you have to recognize toxic traits within yourself. And I think it's a growing thing. I think it's just something that happens with us over time, and over failed relationships. And sometimes it just takes more people longer to understand it and realize it, And at the end of the day, if you don't understand what they're saying, you don't understand what's going on, if it's your person, you got to try. You got to try and figure it out. I mean, even if it's ridiculous to you, you got to figure out, what is this thing that's going on? What is happening? Why is this happening? And like, why does it mean so much to you? And then finding that tricky balance of, like, asking that question without being, like, condescending is a whole fucking art form in itself. But I don't know. I think it's mature. This is one of our first reflective songs on the album, or at least full song that's all about that, You live, you learn. I had to realize wrongs before loving someone else. There's a lot. Life is complicated. Relationships are super complicated, But at the end of the day, like, you gotta think, like, what actually matters, like, what matters. Like, I attribute it to, like, let's say you're a cashier somewhere, and you're trying to become a manager there, and you're not making much money. Now, you could steal some money, you could take some money out, and that would make you rich for, maybe make you feel better for a little bit, You'd be like, oh, I got more money now, but, like, you're risking losing your entire job. You're risking going to jail and all that stuff. If you just, like, stay the course and do the right thing, like, eventually, you'll get to where you need to be, even if it doesn't make sense. I don't know if that's a good analogy. Almost 40 now and realize what it means to be rich. Yeah, these aren't things that, like, you don't learn this shit right away. My 20s, my 30s, like, no, man, you don't. This isn't, like, an easy lesson to learn. Like, you got to crash and burn a couple times, and then even then, like, it's not like knowledge. Like, once you have that knowledge, like, oh, I have the knowledge, I know what to do. It's a constant discipline, but it's at least what's worked for me. All right, what's next? Next one's House Tour. Okay.
Take your shoes off.
All right, who said Madonna? I get it with this song. Yep. Okay. Okay. We're going full on, like, 1992, 93 disco dance thing here.
Take your shoes off.
I see what you're saying.
generous, my favorite kind.
Wait, do we actually have self-driving cars now? Is that a real thing? I thought that was bullshit. And pineapple air freshener? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, this is me, but if you have time,
We do.
you want the house tour? I could take you to the first, second, third floor.
All right, this is an earworm.
Promise none of this is a metaphor. I just want you to come inside. Baby, what's mine is now yours.
This is the only time like where you can probably throw out a signal and a guy will probably get it if it's a first date or whatever. Like you want to come inside, just because it's such a stereotypical scenario. Otherwise, we're not gonna get it. And then even then, we're gonna be like, oh, I gotta walk up all these stairs. You get 3 floors. I don't even want to drive. I get a self-driving car. I'm not walking.
The couch is really comfy, comfy. Got some chips ahoy if you're hungry.
Chips ahoy.
So love me, love me, love me. I'm just so proud of my design. Do you want the house tour? I could take you to the first, second, third floor. And I promise none of this
is great.
a metaphor. I just want you to come inside.
Oh my God, she's not talking about a house.
The back door, house door. Yeah, I spent a little fortune on the rocks floors. We can be a little reckless.
That's the fucking thing. I 100% thought this was about a house. All right, it's right there, and everybody seems to know that this is not about a house. This is how shit goes over our heads. God damn it! You wonder how it happens. Sabrina's confused. Just how do the signals get mixed? This is how they mix. This is how they get mixed. Just say, do you want to come inside and play with my body? That's all you need to do. You know? Oh, is it a little vague? Is it a little harsh or whatever? Yeah. But sometimes we need that. House tour. I think I'm gonna have to like compliment your cat. I think I'm gonna have to come in there and see what kind of couch you have. Worry about weird smells.
Want the house tour? I could take you to the first, second, third floor. And I promise none of this is a metaphor. I just want you to come inside.
Compliment your cat.
Enter with the back door, house tour.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I spent a little fortune on the rocks.
Oh my God. Am I mishearing things again? Did she just invite him to her back door?
I could take you to the first, second, third floor. And I promise none of this is a metaphor. I just want you to come inside. But I never enter with the back.
Never enters the. Okay, all right. She's laying some boundaries. She's laying boundaries. I get that. I respect that.
Door, house door. Yeah, I spent a little fortune on the rocks floors. We can be a little reckless 'cause it's insured. I'm pleasured to be your hot tour guide.
How much does waxing cost? Is waxing a lot of money? I've never waxed anything. Is like if you get does anybody get their legs waxed or anything? Is that an investment?
Baby, what's mine is now yours.
If you do it monthly, okay.
But baby, if you come inside, my house is on Prentigo Avenue. My house was especially built for you. Some say it's a place where your dreams come true.
Oh my God.
My house could be your house too. So, are you coming in or what?
Jesus. Okay, house tour. You know, we mentioned earlier that like it'd be great if she went back in this R&B direction. I think she could really kill that genre music and maybe have a I mean, we don't know how successful this album's going to be anyway, but maybe potentially be more commercially successful than whatever this might become. But I also feel like if she went in this direction as well and went with like this like really early 90s, late 80s kind of pop sound, I feel like she could kill it as well. Somebody edited this into the Barbie movie dance. Oh, jeez, I've never even seen that. 6 ads. Yeah, I'm sorry. Twitch is a motherfucker. Twitch is horrible. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I really liked that one. But yeah, it definitely went right over my head. I thought she was bragging about a house that she had, you know? I mean, if you got a three-story house, like, that's pretty impressive, you know? I don't have a 3-story house, but also I don't have Sabrina Carpenter money, you know? Okay. Jesus Christ.
Broke my heart on
I think this is the last one. Goodbye. Okay. I don't know how much of this album has been in order, and I do apologize about that. The playlist here, I do like to try and dissect albums as they're presented as the artist, because sometimes there's some fluidity as far as the subject matter goes, and we are a little off the wall here, but I'm starting to get like kind of an idea of where this album is going and what are some of like the recurring themes and things like that. So sorry if it's out of order, but this is the last one, I believe.
Saturday, guess overnight your feelings changed, and I have cried so much I almost fainted. To show you just how much it hurts, I wish I had a gun or words. If something got lost in communication, well, sayonara, adios. You're not bilingual, but you should know goodbye means that you're losing me for life. Can't call it love and call it quits. Can't shoot me down, then shoot the shit. Did you forget that it was?
Okay, I finally get it now. I've been trying to pinpoint, like, what the fuck does all this remind me of? It's kind of like ABBA, right? Is anybody else getting like an ABBA vibe? It can't just be me. Somebody else has had to have made that connection.
You say goodbye, so you don't get to be the one who cries. Can't have your cake and eat it too by walking out. That means you choose goodbye. The feeling's so specific. Wanna punch you every other minute out. You used to love my ass, now baby you won't see it anymore. Well, just give it 3 weeks, buddy. Gonna wake up from your coma, honey. Oh. And that's when you'll be holding hooky flowers standing at my door. But I'll say arrivederci, au revoir, forgive my French, but fuck you, ta-ta. Goodbye means that you're losing me for life.
I love her.
Can't call it love and call it quits. Can't shoot me down, then shoot the shit. Did you forget that it was you who said goodbye? So you get to be the one who cries. Can't have your cake and eat it too by walking out. That means you choose goodbye. Sayonara, adios. On the flip side, cheerio. Por siempre te amo. Wait, no. Shit, when did you get here? Go put on some clothes. Goodbye means that you're losing me for life. Can't call it love and call it quits. Can't shoot me down and shoot the shit. Did you forget that it was you who said goodbye? So you get to be the one who cries. Can't have your cake and eat it too by walking out.
All right, that's how we wrap it up with the song Goodbye. Yeah, okay, the ABBA thing. I guess I just had a hard time picking that up. I was thinking like some kind of European soft rock thing, and it wasn't until this song I heard the trailing piano, and I'm like, wait a fucking second. It all has hints of ABBA to it. Somebody else will mention Grease, and obviously the references to Rocky Horror Picture Show in the song Tears. I think that's the kind of vibe that she's going for in this. And I guess it kind of works, you know? But as an album whole, even though we're out of track order here, I think that there is some kind of fluidity here where she talks about a relationship that is failing due to, well, she definitely explained why it's a failing from the perspective of the man. But she also laid out that she has some, issues with the relationship as well. And part of it might be her fault as well. So I feel like there is some kind of saga happening here. She is explaining some kind of relationship. And then she's also explaining some of the aftermath after Goodbye, even though this is the last track here, and it's fitting sonically having this one as the last track, but I feel like the story continues with other songs like, let me go back here and look through some of these, GoGo Juice, House Tour, and You're Never Getting Laid, maybe. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like the continuation of the story after the breakup, and When Did You Get So Hot too, of her like kind of going out and like finding somebody else and like inviting her to the house tour, figuring out why somebody that she has known for years is getting hot, getting involved in different relationships and everything, and kind of being okay. I think that's kind of the main storyline of what this album is, even though it's not in order. So even though we didn't listen to this order in the correct track list format, I feel like it's not exactly like a linear thing anyway. Need to march this with 100 people. I think this would make a great single as well. I feel like modern music right now is just not as accepting to this genre of music as far as like what gets constant radio airplay and everything. And it's sad to me because I kind of wish that we'd go back and we'd have some of this stuff like on the radio and, more places, but it is what it is. I feel like this would be a contender for a single as well, but I just don't think it'll make it to it. I think we might get a really cool music video out of this. But as far as the album as a whole, I mean, I think I like it. I think I'm going to have to listen to it a couple more times. I think sonically, the direction that it's going into and structurally, the way the songs are built and how her vocals are presented, generally, I like the tone of everything that's happening here. I like the direction. I like that that vintage appeal to all of it. I like that. I think it's pretty good. I see some people in chat, as we're going along saying it was boring or that wasn't really their thing or it took them a couple listens to get through. Totally fair. That's fine. But I think it's all right. I think it's pretty good. Like, I don't really have anything inherently bad to say about any of it. I think she was experimental, which needed to be. I think the sound design and the direction is awesome. I think structurally every song is nothing really takes you out of the immersion too much, but there's enough experimentation to like really keep your attention, kind of keep you on the edge of your seat. Like, okay, where's this going? What's happening with this verse? Why are we getting a pitch bend here? Why does a song sound like it's disintegrating on the second verse? Like and I think it's stuff that you'll have to appreciate the second listen and be like, okay, I see where this is going. And now I'm, looking forward to it. It's something like, sometimes you hear those things the first time, you're like, whoa, what the fuck is that? But I don't think anything took you too much out of the immersion. I think it's very palatable. I hope it grows on me. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this album? I think it's going to have to sit with people for a little while, but I think this is going to be a classic. I think this album's going to do pretty well. Not just because Sabrina's got her name attached to it, but I just think overall it's a pretty good album. And I wonder what she's going to have a tour attached to this as well. So I'm wondering how these songs sound live as well. It felt more cohesive story-wise to me, but the genres throw me off. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the genre though. But I mean, I love ABBA. I love like that early disco. I love even like European pop and all that stuff. Like for those of you that don't know, I do a live request show, and a lot of the audience that go to that show, they're from all walks of life, from all over the planet, and like they'll share crazy stuff with me that Americans just don't normally hear. That's been on the radio for 20 years over there, and it's like, what the fuck is this? And like shut your mouth, Jim. This is a national treasure to us. And I'm like, what the fuck? But we just don't get it over here, So I don't know. My ears become accustomed to that, and it's become used to it, and it appreciates it now. People immediately jump to whether it'll win awards. Seems like Sabrina just really needed to write and enjoy the process. Pickles, that is a great point, and I only brought up the awards thing because obviously she had a huge year last year. And obviously because it is something to be talked about, because I don't know, it's something that gets in circles or whatever. But if you've been in the channel for me for a while, you know that I don't really care about the awards. Short and sweet felt more like singles. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, there was just so many bangers on Short and Sweet. You know what I mean? Like, it was just banger after banger after banger. But this was still a fun album. I got everything I wanted out of it. You know, it was a dramatic comedy movie in musical format. Like, that's what I came to expect from Sabrina. And it's smart. It's well written. It's very tongue in cheek for some things. And if I didn't have you guys along with me, like, I would have never probably understood the metaphors of things, even though she told me it wasn't a metaphor. Like, I don't know. A lot of people complain about missing emails I can't send, but she was so depressed. And then life informs art. So emails I can't send, like, that was my first experience with Sabrina. And I just kind of assumed that she was kind of what people are saying about her now, that she's an industry plant. I'm sure you maybe have heard that rumor before, that that's what Sabrina is. And I do not agree with that whatsoever at all. Like, that's not my train of thought, or my, you know, that's not my thing, but I see that come up from time to time. But I kind of thought that she was like, all right, she's going to follow the trends. She's going to be, you know, do all the trendy stuff. She's going to say all the buzzwords. She's going to, you know, have all the music that you can just follow and like immediately resonate with, because it's just going to be a 4/4 beat pattern, and it's going to all be written in C, and it's all going to be quantized to fuck. And with emails I can't send, that wasn't the case. Sorry, my voice is going. That's not what we got from emails. From emails, I was like, fuck, girl, fuck. This girl's got some substance. This girl's got some real things that she wants to talk about. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to take her serious. And since then, we've gotten a lot of funny stuff, and it's like been like a comic relief that I think that we kind of needed. And I appreciate her personality. I appreciate her avenue. She's been working so hard. Like, when she was still on Disney, she'd show up at the most random industry events, and she said yes to everything. I've never seen her actually act in anything. I think it's the dramatic genre shifts that I don't feel mesh particularly well together. Yeah, okay, so I get what you're saying with that one. And yeah, obviously, of course. But if I had to like pinpoint at least a point in time where this music was popular in just in different regions, I'd say the early 90s, late 80s. I'm thinking like a mixture between ABBA, other Swedish artists, and then some pop and R&B stuff that was happening here in the States. Gosh, I lose my voice. So yes, it was popular all over the world and everything, but yeah, I guess not the most cohesive thing in the world. It's kind of all over the place, but every track is at least very cinematic, so there is that tying point. Not a fan? You don't apologize. You don't have to like everything, you know? Just like give it a shot, you know? And you gave it a shot. You sat down, you listened to the album, you said for yourself, it's not for you, which is totally acceptable. All right, guys, my voice is starting to go, so I'm going to end it up right over here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll be back real soon. Next up, I got Lady Gaga on the way. I got some Taylor Swift coming as well. What am I doing with Taylor? I'm going to go through the entire And Baby That's Show Business For You playlist, and we're going to dissect each one of those songs and talk about the sound design, the song structure, and what made those songs so great, and possibly what we can expect from the newest album. Lady Gaga. I got the Fame Artist album reaction coming up. I might revisit a concert, the Brazil concert she just did for the Mayhem concert, because the videos for that are kind of scattered across my Patreon, and I think it's kind of hard to find for newer people joining, so I might just do a cohesive sit-down listening party thing with that. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.